The extra legendary event is live in Raid Shadow Legends, guys, and it's time to bring home our free legendary champion. Now, I gotta be very honest with you guys. I don't usually summon very good legendaries out of the 1+1. I tend to get fusions most of the time, and I feel like the majority of you guys are in the same boat. I am pretty deep in the Mercy. I can't really remember the last time when I summoned a legendary out of Ancient Shards, but hopefully this 40 will be enough, and I don't have to break the bank, to break the wallet, to get more Ancient Shards. Now, I would love to get an Armans, a Rotos, a Harima. If I'm getting another Feral, I would be over the moon. I actually need a second one for my other Hydra team. He's just such an OP champion for the Hydra clan boss. So hell, I would not complain if I would get a second Feral. There isn't anything new that I would like to get except Cisia Flametongue, to be honest with you guys. And I'm gonna build the champion that we are pulling. I'm gonna show you what we can do with that champion. Hopefully it's going to be someone good. I'm gonna show you the build no matter who that is. And yeah, I wish you guys luck. Let me know in the comments down below what have you summoned on the 1+1 Ancients if you summoned. And keep in mind, this weekend we should have 2x on Ancient Shards. So if your account is not extremely developed and you're still looking for epics and a bunch of legendaries, wait for the 2x, especially if you're far off from the Mercy. Let's see, who are we bringing home? First legendary dropping right here. Oh my god! Now Gurptuk and Koragar Deadbell, okay? I had a feeling that is gonna happen because, how I mentioned, I think I was pretty damn close to the Mercy. Now, both of these champions are decent, okay? Gurptuk was a fusion in the past, how I mentioned. I always tend to get these sort of champions when it's a 1+1, like hell, always. Koragar Deadbell is actually one of the best ally protection champions in the game, guys. So I'm not using him just yet. So I'm gonna build him today because I'm not using him just yet, and this just gives me the right opportunity and the right reason to do it. So with the A1, attacks an enemy, heals this champion by 10% of their max HP. With the A2, attacks all enemies, has a 100% chance fully booked of filling the thermometer of all allies by 30%, and fully removes all of the debuffs from your allies. So a full cleanse, which is actually very nice on a 3-turn cooldown. He is a HP-based champion. Then we have the A3. Places an ally protection buff on all allies except this champion for 2 turns. Also places a strengthen buff on all allies for 2 turns. And then you have the passive. Increases this champion's resistance by 20 and defense by 10% for each ally protection buff on all allies. Also increases ally resistance by 15 and defense by 5 for each ally protection buff on all allies. If there are multiple champions on the team with this skill, only one will activate. And of course, it will counterattack whenever an ally under an ally protection buff is attacked. So this is actually a pretty interesting passive, getting the resistance, getting the defense. And you have an HP aura for all batters. To be honest with you guys, while I do think that you can use this champion in quite a few different areas, I feel like the best 2 areas for him is going to be Clan Boss and is going to be the Hydra Clan Boss as well. Mainly because you're getting the clans, you're getting the thermometer, which is pretty nice. Much better in Hydra, in my opinion, than in the actual Clan Boss. Then we have Gurptuk Mossbeard. He is actually OP, guys. So I'm going to show you a couple of things in a second with Gurptuk, and I'm going to give you an advice on how to build this champion. So basically, attacks one enemy 2 times, places a continuous heal buff for 1 turn on all allies under poison debuffs. Then you have the A2, removes all debuffs except poison debuffs from an ally, then heals them by 30% of their max HP, and places a shield buff on the target equal to 20% of their max HP for 2 turns. Then the A3 places 3 poison debuffs on all allies for 3 turns. These debuffs cannot be resisted or blocked, and will have a chance to put block buffs on all enemies for 2 turns. Now, when this champion was released in the game, a lot of people trashed him, okay, because he's useless, etc. And I do agree that to an extent, he's not really going to change anyone's account. But he is very, very impactful if you use him right in the right team. With a passive, allies under poison debuffs inflict 7.5% more damage for each poison debuff on them, stacking up to a maximum of 30%. This damage increase applies to all of their skills. That's what makes this champion so freaking OP, especially for the Tranda teams in the Hydra clan boss. Not only that he will basically put buffs on you with the A1, but he will basically increase the damage. And if you only have 3 poisons, you're still gonna get 22.5% extra damage for 3 poisons, which is actually massive. It's much better than Battle Khazar to boost your damage, much better than Feral to boost your damage. So it's actually a very, very solid one. Now, if you build him on a 9-piece protection, you're gonna get tons and tons of value because you're gonna be able to exploit the A1 and put a lot of continuous heals on the champion that's in the lead. And usually that is Tranda, you know? So there we go. Seems like we've made it. We've made it to look pretty easy just with 10 ancient shards, but I can guarantee you that I was around 100, 150 in the Mercy, guys. So it might look easy, but trust me, it wasn't, okay? We do have this Soul Chase tournament on, and I really said I'm not going to open, but the summon is at 545 points. So I'm going to keep my medium stones regardless. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to open some of the small ones and just hope that something will give me enough points to get to 500 points to get that. Now, I'll be very honest. You barely get any points. Look, a 6-star epic is 300 points. So I would need basically either a few 4-star legendaries, either 1 5-star legendary, and then the rest to basically get to it. Or if I get a 6-star on a legendary or a mythical, would be absolutely crazy. And of course, I would not complain about that. But I'm going to open some of the small ones. I'm definitely not going to open any of the medium ones. I want to get that summon and try to YOLO for a Feral, basically, you know? Who knows? It might happen. Maybe it's not going to happen. Now we got a 4-star Tiger Soul. For a second, I thought that was Soulbound. I was like, yeah, I like that. But we don't like this much. We don't like this much. Okay, give us legendaries, epics, mythicals. Let's go. 1-star Calamitous. That doesn't give us a lot of points, does it? 6-star Tirlak. Okay, we got a 6-star rare. How many points we got? 120. Okay. If we get 120 for the next 310 pops, we're good. We're gonna get there without having to stress too much. But I feel like we need a high star on mythicals or legendaries to make our life easier, you know? 1-star Ryan the Conjurer, Gwynwet, 1-star, lots of 1-stars, as expected, guys. With these Soul Stones, you're not really getting much, and honestly, it's no point in buying them. We got a Sentinel 3-star. I think I already got a 4-star previously, last time when I summoned Soul Stones. Okay, 2-star, 1-star, come on! 1-star Galatir, damn it. 1-star Galatir. I already have a 6-star waiting for the champion. I just need the champion. 57 points. Come on, give us a 3-star mythical or a 5-star Tyrell. Okay, that's a good amount of points, I think. 1-star Biceptus. Nothing too crazy in there. 5-star Tyrell is nice, actually. I don't think I had him at 5 stars, so I'm happy with that. Another 4-star Tiger Soul. 172 points. There we go. So we can actually claim this. And I will have to basically get all of these Mortal Soulstones now. 39. Let's crack on with the 39. So we're gonna slowly open the first 9, then we're gonna do a few more 10 pops. Hopefully we won't have to, but hey, you never know. 2-star Melga. Pretty decent epic champion. Especially for Faction Wars. 1-star Beast Wrestler. The chance to get anything good from these Soulstones is actually... they're actually so low. The chances, sorry. That's why it's not worth buying them, you know? If you're a spender. I know this they look cheaper and stuff, but the only reason to buy them is to get essence. Literally. What do we have? We have a 1-star Flailer. At least we got a 6-star rare. Which we don't use, by the way, but that's fine. What's happening with Tiger Soul? Seems like she loves us. She loves us. Okay, we got a Skirmisher. That chase tournament is on for a few more days, so if I just have to wait for the small Soulstones to open them, I'll just wait, guys. I'm definitely not looking to open any of the medium ones. The 2x was... The last 2 or 3x events, they were just so impactful on my account, is unbelievable. So I'm definitely going to save them for the 2x. No questions asked. Come on, game. Come on. 4-star wishlist. Okay, there we go. 3-star epic. What are the legendaries? What are the mythicals? 6-star Justiciar. 3-star Alika. Okay, 107 points. So we got 3 times 100. We're probably close to 500 points right now. And we have a 6-star legendary. 1-star Drang. Okay. 6-star Skratch. Keep on dreaming, but we got a mythical. Another 1-star Calamitous. Mythicals do give a decent chunk of points though. Oh man, I really need a 6-star Oboro, guys. I really need her. I feel like after this one we're done. I think we are at 500, 600 points after we are opening this, or at least I'm hoping. 4-star Sentinel again. 1-star Candraphone. 3-star Dracomorph. Okay, I'll take that. I don't think I even have a blessing on my Dracomorph. I do. I have a 1-star. Okay, so 3-star is nice. I'm getting attack. Beautiful. Beautiful. So this should hopefully put me to the right amount of points required for that. And seems like we got a couple of decent ones. Look, Tyrell 5-star from 2-star. This is a massive upgrade for him because we're getting the accuracy, we're getting the resistance. I got another 1-star for my other Nelder, so I can give him Phantom Touch as well. It's not really gonna proc a lot, but hey. So I got a few 1-stars that are basically useful for some of these epic champions, including Skull Crusher, which I haven't used in ages. It's been a long time since I used Skull Crusher. But I feel like we're good. I feel like we are good. I might even be number 1, or that's in the Ice Golem. Okay, we got it. We got it. 686. So we went overboard with 100 points. But that's fine. We'll take this. And we're going to go and bring Feral home right now. That's it. Feral, come home. 1 summon, 1 dream. 6% chance to bring Feral home. Make it happen. Make it happen. Of course. Oh, Tyrell. We got another Tyrell, so we can actually empower this bad boy. Check this out. If we're going to go over to the clan boss, and we're going to go to the Hydra Clash, and you're going to see all of these Gurptex being used in some of the craziest teams in the game. Like this team right here from Ziggy, 116 billion on Nightmare Hydra. 116! And Gurptek is on the team. Gurptek, of course, he's not really going to do a lot of damage. He only dealt 81 million damage, but he has a 9-piece protection, which basically will have a chance to protect all of the buffs, and allies deal 5% more damage per each buff placed by the wearer. So that's the way you want to build your Gurptek. And look at Randa, 101 billion damage. Absolutely insane. Honestly, the damage is just crazy. So without Gurptek, basically just chop 20+% out of the damage if you don't have Gurptek in the team. Now, I'm not using mine anymore, just for the simple fact that I'm running a different team and I just don't have a slot for him, but I would like to keep him in the team. Unfortunately, I cannot, because my hard team for Hydra is the following one right. So this used to be the old one that you can see at the top with Gurptek, Kaimar, and Yumeko, but I'm actually using this one right here. And last week or 2 weeks ago, when I've made the full key on manual, I got 16 billion if I'm not mistaken, and my Tranda is not at 6-star. So it's still a pretty good, team, you know. Now, when we are talking about builds for both of these champions, guys, there is one thing that you kind of like want to keep in mind. So let's start with Gurptek since we are on the topic. Mine is not built on a 9-piece protection. I honestly haven't even checked if I can do that. If I have enough protection. Clearly I don't. I only have an amulet. But 9-piece protection would be nice. Now, another advice that I would give you is try to have him with the highest crit damage in your team. And like this, you will avoid having Tranda being devoured first if you're using a team like that. So my Gurptek is built on triple crit damage set. And this is for the old team that I used to run with Tranda. And I used to have higher crit damage than on Tranda because I have 370 crit damage on him like this. And with the Hydra battles, I actually have 400 crit damage on a Gurptek, you know. He's not as at +4 just yet. I can make him a +4 now with the one that I just got, which will actually add me additional stats, which will be actually massive. Now, I don't have a blessing on him, unfortunately, either. But hey, it is what it is. If you are running him on the Tranda team in terms of a blessing, I would strongly suggest you Intimidating Presence. this will increase the aura for Tranda, giving you extra attack for her. Or, of course, if you think that cruelty is something that will benefit you more, that's another option that you can potentially get on him. You can get something to increase your healing, Nourish, for example, but I feel like it's not really going to benefit you as much, you know. So the block buffs is massive from him. If you're trying to basically kill, for example, Spider 20, you're progressing through the game, and it just happened that you summoned Gerptek, and you have one Cold Heart. Use Gerptek in the team. You're going to boost the Cold Heart damage by a lot, guys, because of the passive. So definitely do not sleep on him. I'm not gonna fully level him up because I'm not gonna use him in any of my teams at the moment, guys. But I will kind of like show you what sort of builds you could potentially take on him. So if you are running him for the Hydra clan boss, and let's just say you're not extremely advanced, but it just happened that you have 9 pieces of protection for him. That's a very good thing to keep in mind. You can use a 9-piece protection set on him as well. So you're going to get straight off the back 10% increased damage on your nukers. It doesn't matter if you're running a Tranda team or something else. Not at all. Enemy max HP won't really be benefiting a lot from a 9-piece protection set, but any other raw damage dealer, Razelvark, Val the Destroyer, Quintus, or whatever else you guys are running, Inquisitor Shamel, etc., will benefit from a 9-piece protection set. So he brings you 2 buffs, which is nice. What I do like is that he's gonna bring you the resistance and extra defense on your team when you have that on. So, in my opinion, the best way to build this champion, if you want to use him in multiple areas, not just Hydra clan boss, a bolster set would definitely be a pretty solid option for him. Just for the simple fact that you can basically have a nice shield. He's an HP based champion, decent HP. Over 20k, right? So a bolster set with some resistance. So you want to prioritize speed, HP, resistance, basically on his build. Let's level this one up, and like that, you're basically going to cover your team with most of the things that you need to get from the champion. You can give him one like that. Then what do we have here? This is pretty good as well. He doesn't require accuracy or anything like that. He's gonna cleanse, he's gonna boost your thermometer, so that's actually pretty nice. Now you have 2 options. Either you go with speed boots, either you go with HP boots. Just for the sake of it, and assuming that the majority of you guys that will use this champion won't have the best possible gear, I feel like giving him speed boots might be a better option. Now, if you are doing a live arena, as an example, you can always give him next to this set an impulse set. This basically will give you speed, and on top of the speed will give you a chance to decrease the cooldown of the skill. So we can go with that. I don't really need the accuracy. It's a bit unfortunate that we have the accuracy on it, but we're gonna have to make it work. And we're gonna give him this. They're 5-star, but it doesn't matter. I'm just kind of like trying to show you what sort of build you would want to get on him. You're getting a shield. He's getting more healing from the bolster set. He's getting healing from the basic skill. And like this, he's going to support your team, basically. Or, of course, you can build him, if you want to, on a reflex set. Like this, you're going to have basically that ally protection on non-stop. And if you have that ally protection on non-stop, you're going to have all the time the passive kicking in, you know, which can be very, very effective as well. How I mentioned, as usual, I never really get very good champions from the 1+1. That's why most of the times I'm skipping these events personally, unless I'm very close to the Mercy and I feel like I want to gamble, basically, you know. I'm pretty convinced that the majority of you guys are in the same situation usually with that. But that was all for the video. Much love, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.